the second week of the Premier League is done. And while we did create a video talking about the 5 important talking points from that weekend's actions, we decided to do something a little different also. This is like the alternate version of the talking points. Some things that you might have missed or some things that we found to be really hilarious. Peak Barclays, as they call it. So starting off at number 5 was Lucas betting Paqueta running straight towards the ball. The referee, I don't know if he blew it or not, he just smacked it away. Everybody on
Yeah.
the internet said that he's looking for a booking. We all know his troubles with the betting team, betting. So, Rohit, what did you think of that?
Oh my God, that was the funniest thing. He's always trying to get away with stuff, right? So somehow he seemed to see that the West Ham or the Crystal Palace players had touched the ball, and he thought, "Oh, let me run away with it."
It's like,
Everybody
man,
was like, "What is this guy doing?"
you should have seen the reaction of the
Oh
players and
my
the referee, and
God.
they're like, "What's going
Yeah.
on?" Uh,
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
if he gets,
But West Ham did end up winning that game. On a serious note, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
they're going to be pretty good. All his shenanigans aside.
Yeah. So moving on to number 4, we got Jordan Pickford trying to play football, using his feet, trying to think he's an Allison or he's an Edison, and Son Heung-min rightly swiped it away from him and scored the goal. So Everton's had a terrible start, like 2 matches,
Yeah.
2 losses. They've been spanked by Spurs. And, this just puts the icing on the cake, because I'm a Liverpool fan, of course. So Pickford's struggling. Do you see them actually getting relegated this season? Because they just about
If
survived last time around.
Yeah, if they don't make any signings, I think they'll probably get relegated because they sold Amadou Onana, who's
Hmm.
critical to their defensive midfield. They haven't really replaced him. They don't have any tooth in the attack either. So and Pickford keeps trying to think that he's like peak Ronaldinho on the ball and keeps giving it away. It's not going to end well.
Yeah. And number 3, this was like I was gonna put this as my number 1 moment, but there were 2 other bigger moments to talk about. Noni Madueke and his Instagram stirring of the pot, as you would
Yeah.
say, and then his performance to back it up. Just take it away, Rohit. You gotta explain
Oh
this.
my God, that was the funniest thing ever. So I think what happened is on Instagram he posted that Wolverhampton is a shit city or something. Then he pretended like he didn't mean to say it. And then of course when the match started, all the Wolves fans were constantly booing him. But then Madueke turned up and scored a hat trick. Then the Chelsea fans started chanting, "Noni is right, Wolves is shite." You couldn't make it up. That's like peak Barclays. Oh my God. Then
Uh,
at the end, I think during the press conference, they asked him about it, and he was like apologetic, but you could clearly see he was not apologetic. He was like laughing and giggling and smirking and saying, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that."
no, no,
Oh my
that's
God.
good. That's good. You need that bit of youthfulness, and maybe you should
Yes.
do this
Yeah.
before every away game. Who knows? It might be as good luck.
Yeah.
Point. Madueke actually has a hat trick in the PL before Marcus Rashford.
Yeah. I
So
saw that. Yeah.
Marcus Rashford is, I don't know, man. He's done. Moving on to number 2. So since we spoke about Rashford, we have to bring United. We've spoken about the Xerxes incident, but the real funny incident was seeing that fan behind Eric Ten Hag wearing the seagull mask. I mean, that was just hilarious. Something like so. This is akin to that fan at Chelsea who was brushing his teeth. Like, it's
Yeah.
memorable to this thing. I just found it hilarious that somebody actually went into the Brighton Stadium carrying a mask and he knew and he's sitting behind Ten Hag. And there was a real good chance of him coming on. So I found it great. Uh,
Yeah, I think Ten Hag's like sorry face also made it more hilarious. But I think Ten Hag has something. He ends up winning something all the time, right? They do have a miserable time every now and then, but I think I don't know whether Birdman can save them this time. I don't know.
Long may Ten Hag stay. I don't mind him winning another cup, but let him stay here for another 10 years. And the number 1 moment was WWE hitting the Premier League stadiums. That was Joelinton not almost, he did clothesline the Bournemouth goalkeeper. And
Yeah.
it's so weird. And he just, yanks him down with the neck. And the referee gives a yellow card. And I found it astounding that Barr didn't check this and he wasn't sent off for this. So, to put it into context, right? In rugby, if you tackle someone above the neck, it's a direct red. Like, there's no questions asked. I don't know what the Premier League referees think. And the worst thing is I saw Dermot Gallagher, who was a former PL ref. He came on television in his weekly Premier League review show, and he's defending this decision. He's saying, no, 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 we saw him. It was actually just a little below the neck. He's pulled the keeper down. He hasn't attacked the neck. And he's trying to stop the goalkeeper, taking a quick throw or a quick kick. That is a yellow. That's a definite yellow. I mean, this is just insane. They gloss over the referee decisions all the time, and somebody's really gonna get hurt seriously if the referees don't clamp down on stuff like this.
Well, I mean, he just clotheslined him. He didn't give him the people's elbow. That would have been a red card.
I don't know. Maybe Bob would have missed it. They would have said, no, 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 no. The keeper was acting or something. But it
Oh,
was a crazy moment. I mean, I don't know what else do you need to do to get a red card. Maybe Newcastle are uh, judged and refereed a little different. I don't know. It's possible. Newcastle and Man
I
City.
mean, I don't know. Like in the last week's match with Arsenal and Wolves, weren't there like a couple of scenarios where like there was some WWE fighting with Havertz and all of that? I don't know what's
Yeah,
going on in the Premier League.
yeah. So I don't know. Man City and Newcastle are the two teams that seem to get the rub of the green at times. I don't know. Maybe it's because of who the owners are. Uh, but that's going to be a
Possible.
topic for another day. But that's it for our top 5 alternate moments from the second game week of the Premier League. You guys let us know maybe if you found something that was hilarious, and maybe we can talk about that the next time. Till then, take care. Thanks, guys, and see you.
Bye bye.